This crispy chicken is from a taco place.
This crispy chicken is from a taco place?
The taco place?
Taco place. It comes in a burrito, too?
From your taco place, it's also a chicken place that's also a taco place.
Check out the all-new Blue and Orange store at the Boise State Hall of Fame. The Blue and Orange store has your best game day gear. We're talking jerseys, hats, bumper stickers, car flags, more than 4,000 hats on the hat wall. If you want the best Boise State gear, make sure you check out the Blue and Orange store online at theblueandorangestore.com or the all-new Blue and Orange store down at the Boise State Allen Noble Hall of Fame.
It's the fall kickoff sale at Lithia Ford of Boise. It's the best time to trade in and trade up to a new Ford truck or SUV with the room to haul your payload or playload. Visit Lithia Ford of Boise, where Ford begins in Idaho.
Bronco fans, the new Boise State trading cards are here, and you can only get them at Jackson's.
Start collecting them today.
Jackson's, let's go!
And final blade of grass. Done. And done. Who knew it'd take 2,007 man-hours to paint 47,962,053 blades of grass? Smells like game day. Whoa, it's not dry yet.
This is Bronco Nation News Live. The best interviews, the most informed opinions, the latest breaking news, all from the top Boise State insiders. Bronco Nation News Live is the only daily show that talks nothing but Boise State sports. And we do it with you. Give us your comments or questions in the ICCU YouTube chat. Or leave us a voicemail on the Signature Roofing voice inbox at speakpipe.com/BNN. BNN Live is presented by our title sponsor, RoadPaint.com, the official paint and coatings company of Boise State Athletics, and our major sponsors, Jackson's, Taco Bell, Idaho Central Credit Union, Lithia Ford of Boise, and the Blue and Orange store. For more coverage of Boise State athletics, check out the all-new BroncoNationNews.com, now part of the 247 Sports family. Now, here's five-time NSMA Idaho Sports Writer of the Year, BJ Rains, with another edition of Bronco Nation News Live.
Well, good morning, Bronco Nation, and welcome to Taco Bell, the future of fast food. We are on Broadway in downtown Boise. It is a beautiful morning. It's a little cold, but we are having fun, and you never know who is going to walk out of a Taco Bell with a bag of food. Johnny Ballgame, of course, getting that breakfast quesadilla and his coffee ahead of today's show. And Johnny, we are excited to be here at Taco Bell. We were going to be inside, and there were some nice folks enjoying breakfast, and I said, you know what, Johnny? We don't need to bother these folks. Let's go out in the parking lot. Let's do our thing out here today. So we are outside Taco Bell on Broadway, the newly remodeled Taco Bell. It is fabulous inside, outside. Stan, Steven, the whole Nicolason crew did a tremendous job with this, and always appreciate Taco Bell for their support of Bronco Nation News. I know they're a big supporter, Johnny, of the your station as well, right? The Taco Bell hotline.
We love Taco Bell as well, and this Taco Bell going into it'd be like if they remade Back to the Future, and he goes into the future like, in 2025, and he walked into a Taco Bell where you press a digital thing or a computer for your order and this and that. That's what it would be like. You said the future of fast food. That's good, BJ. I can't wait to chow down a couple of breakfast quesadillas myself.
Yeah.
Had a hash brown there, and Taco Bell breakfast. Do not forget about it, man.
Nope, Taco Bell breakfast is awesome. We got the beverages here as well, but appreciate Taco Bell. And, yeah, make sure you hit up a Taco Bell for breakfast. A lot of people don't realize that, but the great quesadillas. I was trying to decide, Johnny. It was a business decision. I got 5 minutes. Do I chow one down or do I wait and try one after the show? I'm going to wait till after the show today. But we got a lot to get to on a Thursday. Again, we are right near Albertsons Stadium. You can, Johnny, see the new logo on the back of the, I guess it's not new now, but the new scoreboard with the logo is literally right there.
Yeah, you can. It's pretty cool.
So you can see that from the parking lot here. So make sure you hit up Taco Bell on Broadway. Tequila Gus saying, I don't know if Taco Bell could get a better voice than Ballgame. Johnny's Heaven. Your big Taco Bell. Did you end up going last night after the show?
I did not.
Okay.
I couldn't do it, guys. Yeah, I did not go after the show. I had some other things I had to get done, and I had to be here, and I figured you can't double up on Taco Bell. You can, but, that was something I wasn't prepared to do right now, BJ, but because I love the breakfast. I didn't want to fill up. But good stuff on Ball Talk last night. Appreciate everybody who tuned in there, and they can go see it, subscribers. We had Sanford called me this morning when I was driving here, and he said, dude, I just wanted to say that might have been the best hour we've ever done together. And I was like, dang, man, thank you. Like, it was a really good show, guys. And it was probably the least prepped we've had. Sanford coaches, so he shows up.
There was a lot of random crap going on that episode.
There was. Yeah. It was kind of one of those off the cuff, and sometimes those end up being great entertainment, and it certainly was last night, man.
I was thinking about it later. We kind of put that Mullen coach on blast there. We put the video of him and Johnny. I know it was a subscriber-only show, but that was public. There's a chance that video and that discussion could get back to the coach of the other. We were acting like it was something a long time ago, and it was like 3 days ago, him calling out the other coach for being upset about. And I was listening to it later. I rewatched it, and I was like, you know what? I wonder if that coach is ever going to find out about that, because we showed the video of him and Sanford getting into it, and he was
probably
talking
will. And I don't, you know how many F's Sanford gives? 0 on that. Like he said, he doesn't have the unwritten rule of that and whatnot. And good episode. That's all I'll say. Go back and watch it if you can. If you're not a subscriber, it's a reason to subscribe. That Ball Talk, we're having a lot of fun. 5 episodes in so far. You can watch all of them.
6.
That last night was episode 5. Bye week off.
I counted it. I counted it. That counted. Yeah, we had a show that is 6, I guess.
Okay, so 6 episodes.
All right. Well, by the way, Sire Gaines' 19th birthday today. 19 for Sire Gaines today.
BJ
Happy birthday, Sire.
BJ Sire Gaines was born in 2006.
That's what? I was already I was midway through my college years at that point.
Yeah, right. I was like, okay, good stuff though.
Well, happy birthday,
Sire. Let's get him in the end zone on Saturday.
And by the way, if you want to go back, Ball Talk, the previous episodes, you can still subscribe today and go back and rewatch last night's episode. So if you're on the fence, couldn't do it, go subscribe today. We got that 30% off coupon online, and then you can go back and watch that. Johnny, a lot to get to today. We're going to talk football. Obviously, we're going to be talking to Spencer Danielson here in less than 2 hours for his final media address on Thursday. We're also going to talk to James Montgomery. A lot to get to do with him, with Dylan Riley, and what this running back depth chart is going to look like, and obviously the game on Saturday against Appalachian State. But a little bit of basketball news and stuff as well going on with David Motes going to Virginia Tech. I reported that yesterday. I don't think that's been announced yet publicly. We have the basketball players in the Utah gate doing the little fundraiser there. I got the video we can show and talk about that. So a ton of things to get to football-wise, basketball-wise. I know there was some talk on your show. Your clip went a little viral there, Johnny, talking about the defensive backs and what grade you would give them based on the defensive back coaches, I guess, or position. I don't know which one.
Viral? Really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Right. There's some talk about it. There was some talk about it. Your boy Greg Frank posting that clip to social media, and you guys giving the double bogey to the defensive backs, and that's obviously been a big talk. And I was trying to decide, Johnny. I may have messed it up, but it was you get one assistant coach we get to talk to today, right? One assistant coach. Everybody requests somebody, and then they pick, I guess, whoever had the most or whatever. And I was either going to go James Montgomery or DeMario Warren. And I'm sitting there trying to decide who I wanted to suggest. And just because I put him doesn't mean we're going to get him. And I'm like, do I want to go positive? Do we want to go negative? Do we want to grill Warren about the corners? Or do we want to talk about the positive story of Dylan Riley and rushing for all these yards? And you know what? It was a great ball talk episode. I was in a good mood last night. And I went James Montgomery, and that was my request, and that's who we ended up getting. So maybe I'm to blame, and if everybody wants to hold DeMario Warren to the fire. But I was also thinking, you know what? Chances are App State's going to get some yards this week, and it might still be a topic next week, and we can get DeMario Warren next week. Hate to say it. But we are talking to James Montgomery, which means somebody else must have requested Montgomery too. But Warren would have been a storyline because obviously this secondary going against this App State passing attack could be interesting on Saturday.
Yeah, or it could be, okay, the Air Force thing was somewhat of an enigma, and they did get caught not playing the typical pass defense you would play against an opponent like App State. You have to switch everything up against Air Force, and maybe in that instance they slipped up. But I think it's been, I don't think the fans were, I don't think anybody was disagreeing with us much on that video.
No,
I don't know what score you would give the corners at this point. And
well, I would just say that the Air Force game is a little different, right? You're playing a lot of man-to-man coverage. They have not been good. I understand that, but I do think it was a different issue or a different kind of problem against Air Force because it's a lot more man-to-man coverage, triple option. It's easier to kind of get, some one-on-one situations in the passing game. But as you said in your segment, you don't care whose fault it is. You don't care. You see the same guy running, chasing the guy down every single time. And it is interesting. Like when are they? I mean, people are calling for Franklin Johnson Jr. Some of these other, they had a couple of JUCO transfers. Like you're wondering when they're going to give some of these other guys a chance. Because, they're, like I said, there's one guy that it seems like is in the videos more times than not chasing somebody down.
Hopefully they fixed it in App State, right? And I don't know App State. I know their numbers are fantastic.
Yeah,
throwing
they
the
haven't
ball,
played anybody.
But if you pick them apart, it's like, oh, okay. It's I don't know if they're that good. I don't think they're looking to come in here and throw for 400 plus yards. I would hope. So this is a big test on Saturday, and I think myself, a lot of other members in the media, and just the fans want to see how the secondary plays, get out there, lock down, shut down. I think we talked about two, Prater said, and I followed 2 interceptions in the last 17 games collectively from the starting corners. You'd like to see more turnovers forced there as well. And, hopefully this is the game. 3-4 picks, get a pick 6, shut them down. And all of a sudden you're like, okay, just needed to work out a few things, but this defense, this secondary is ready to go.
So was that Ty Benefield interception, which I hate to say was meaningless, but when you're already up 2 scores with a minute to go, was that the only turnover the defense had in that game?
Tolmere had an interception.
No, in the Air Force game.
Oh, was there a fumble recovery? Maybe there was, but Benefield had the pick that sealed it.
Do they have 3 takeaways in 3 games right now? Because they had 2 in the Eastern Washington game. I don't think they had any in the South Florida game. So you're talking, you go back and look at some of these Boise State teams from 2008, 9, 10. They had 35 takeaways some years. They're averaging 3 takeaways a game almost, and here you are getting maybe 1 a game right now from takeaways.
This needs to be the game where they get multiple takeaways.
Somebody said the quarterback, the LSU transfer. I know Sanford was talking about him last night, but he apparently does not run. He sits in the pocket. Maybe this is a game where you get some sacks or some strip sacks here.
That would be huge, right? And this pass rush, JVM, a half a sack after 3 games. You'd like to see him get more numbers there and more pressures, more TFLs as well. And hopefully this is a game. And Air Force is a rough opponent also for the sack or the TFL.
Yeah.
In many cases, they don't beat themselves. You don't get them in the backfield often. So maybe that's going to change this game. But you're right. I think at some point, and what will help the secondary, BJ, is what this team hung its defensive hat on last year, pressuring the quarterback, sacks. A corner's best friend. And maybe if the pass rush isn't there, the corners obviously are struggling as a result of that, and it needs to be fixed. Spencer Danielson will say that. He has said it. Spencer Danielson answers the tough questions. He sees the issues as well. They see it way more than us.
Yeah. I would just say it's not getting old, but Spencer Danielson, and now the rallying cry for the defense is this stats are for losers thing. That was said one time. Now everyone keeps bringing it up.
That was said a couple times.
First
right?
of all, the stats aren't good. I understand that. 86th in pass defense.
Yep.
And you've played an FCS school and a triple option team in your first 3 games, and you're still 86th, I believe it is, in passing offense. But I don't need to see stats, as you said. It feels like every big play, every 50-50 ball goes to the other team. It feels like every deep pass where it's one-on-one or a chance to intercept it, more times than not, it's getting completed. So we can play the don't need to see the stats game either, Johnny, in terms of stats being for losers, because I think a lot of it feels like that other teams just have a field day in the passing game, and anytime they need a 3rd and 9 conversion, it feels like they get 15 yards on a passing play. And so I really thought the secondary was going to be better this year, Johnny.
I did too, and we're getting as much shade thrown our, not as much as the kids are, but
yeah.
I get all this. What are you watching in practice? Are you even there? You're watching these corners. I thought you said they were good. You said they were improved. Like they are. They have been. They have been. And then Saturday has happened on 3 occasions, and you're like, dang man, that's kind of the same issue. It feels like.
And I need to go back and find the clips, but I think Spencer Danielson was pretty open when he retained DeMario Warren, when he kept all these coaches after last season. I feel like he admitted after last season, didn't he say something to the effect of it has to be better, and we know that, and almost kind of putting DeMario Warren, I don't want to say on the hot seat, but basically throwing it down publicly last January or whenever it was when he announced that all the coaches were coming back, that it needs to be better. And to this point, it hasn't been.
I think it was better at the end of last year, wasn't it? I mean, UNLV didn't torch them in those important games. Maybe it was the schedule. They didn't face a lot of challenging quarterback scenarios the last 3 or 4 games of the regular season and in the Mountain West Championship game. But didn't McCoy have a pick 6 against UNLV? And is that in the
championship? And Irby's stats analytically were much better.
Much better. Season, yeah. Like, so I honestly, I was off the DBs. After last year, I was kind of okay with it. I didn't think it was going to be a problem. I'm on the record so many shows here thinking the best improvement on this football team will be the secondary. I've said that multiple times. And again, they're 3 games in.
Yeah.
You said it, the stats aren't good and the opponents don't highlight the stats well.
Yeah.
But this will be an opportunity on Saturday against App State, a good football team, to get out there and fly around and shut everybody up. That's what the secondary needs to do. It needs to shut all of us up and play better. And
they've thrown the ball over 50 times in 2 of their 3 games. Like, App State is just going to throw and that's the thing about passing numbers. All it takes is one blown coverage, 1 80-yard pass or whatever. What are the odds there's one pass completed by App State that's over 40 yards in this game?
What are the odds there's a ball that hangs in the air over 30 yards on the first 3 snaps?
Yeah.
You know, how early do they just take a shot?
Yeah.
Like what Sanford was saying on Ball Talk last night. If you're an offensive coordinator and you're watching this and you pass the ball well, you're going into your meeting room saying, guys, it's feast week. Let's go. And that's what they're going to have to deal with, which is good. I mean, they want the best competition, right? That's what's going to ultimately get them better. It's not playing against the scout team in practice or something.
Yeah.
It's playing on game day, and
no doubt.
Hopefully they turn it around.
And I don't know if you've publicly called for DeMario Warren's job. I don't know. I know I don't like doing that, Johnny. There's just so much more that we don't know of what goes on. I mean, maybe there's supposed to be somebody else that didn't help, or maybe it was supposed to be a linebacker that didn't do his job in coverage, or maybe an edge guy was supposed to drop back and didn't, or missed a blitz opportunity. If people want to say, "Oh, you're a homer,"
I respect
whatever,
all of that.
Yes,
too. I mean, I understand.
I'm
not
making excuses for anybody. The numbers have not been good. At some point, Spencer Danielson is going to have to look for ways to fix that, and there's a couple ways you do that. It's personnel, change the players up. It's the scheme. Change the scheme, or it's the coaching, change up somehow. I mean, there are a certain number of ways to fix something when the problem doesn't get fixed. But if folks are wanting us to come on here and number one, just say this guy needs to be fired, I'm sorry, I'm just not necessarily going to do that. He's got kids, a family. It is what it is. And also, like, Johnny, like, I'm sorry, but if we gave everybody on this chat right now a press pass and said, come to the press conference, and they want us to say, how does DeMario Warren still have a job? 1% of those people would actually ask that to Spencer Danielson at the press conference. Okay, so that gets a little old when it's
very
like,
unprofessional, and it's a professional setting.
Yes,
it's not a fan meet and greet.
Yes,
I guess a professional setting.
My point is,
you can ask that, but find a way to ask it more professionally and whatnot. Yeah. And
I guess my point is just it turns to this criticism of the media for being soft and you guys never ask the tough questions about DeMario Warren and why does he still have a job and all this. And we understand it, we get it. The numbers aren't good. We're saying something needs to change, and when we say something needs to change, there's a couple of ways to do that. I get it. As somebody said, he's a big boy making big money. Boo-hoo. That's fine, Brad. You're right. I get it. He is making big money. And like I said, maybe that is what the best option is. Change up the coaching and see what happens. I'm not saying it's not. I'm not saying, he's doing an amazing job. He's the best DB coach in America. I don't think we're saying that. I'm just, if you're looking for someone to come on here and demand that he gets fired and hold Spencer Danielson accountable today at the press conference at 11 o'clock and say, well, how does he still have a job? That's not how it works in this business.
I'm with you. But if something happens on Saturday that furthers this angst, I'm saying like if App State comes here and has like record stuff and it's a bad situation for them. I don't know. I mean, this program has let assistants go in season. We've covered those too.
I think if it continues, it's certainly a question. There's a way to ask it, but there's a question about, at some point something needs to change. I remember Jordan Kay, and it was literally the famous game at UTEP where Boise State scored 9 points or whatever it was, and it was the next day Tim Plow was fired. Jordan Kay said something to Andy Avalos like, at some point, do you have to look at a change? And I forget how he phrased it, and he said, we're going to look at that. And the way he said it, I thought, you know what, he might actually do something. And the next day, Tim Plow gets fired. So I'm not necessarily saying, let's just, it's all great. We're not saying it's great. It's been bad. And
you saw my Twitter post list yesterday. I was all over. I felt bad. I was so harsh on those guys.
And they're college.
It's not the type of broadcaster I am where I get on there and I want to be the guy that just, bashes everything and all that. But I got to give my honest opinion. It's what I get. This is my job. They pay me to do that. And if it pisses off, DeMario Warren, who lives like 10 houses down the street from me, like real life, then it pisses him off. And when I drive by his house and I see him and his kids out there playing basketball, do I still honk and wave like I have for years? Or if I do that, is he going to look at me and say, dude, well, you're ripping me in front of thousands and thousands of people? And yeah, maybe it sounded like that, but I'm being honest. I'm doing my job, and that was my honest grade. A double bogey, stupid golf score on a stupid radio show. But yeah, the numbers are there, and the numbers support the fan angst.
Yeah.
I'm
not denying
there is this
that
battle. Like, we're in the middle of this, like between the fans and the coaches. The media stands in the middle.
Yep.
So the fans will be like, "Hey, this is what we demand that you ask of our football team and cover our team and give us the no. That's your job. So do it and don't be a chicken." And then the coaches look at us and say, "Whoa, well, you guys are coming out." It's just we're in the middle there, so it can be a slippery slope sometimes. And yeah, feelings get hurt in this business, and in this town that hasn't always been the case when they're going 12-1 and 13-0 all the time. But real life, that doesn't happen, and they got to fix the secondary. We didn't even plan on talking about it this much. We had other stuff. Really. I wanted to talk about Cal Raleigh, Mariners. What a moment.
We can get to that.
No. I'm just kidding.
By the way, Johnny, Brad says, wish I could. So this is because stuff is just flat out wrong. He took a pay cut. He did not get a raise. I mean, go check the numbers.
DeMario Warren?
Yeah, I don't believe he got a raise. I think he took a pay cut.
And he was demoted.
Yeah.
He was stripped of the special teams coordinator title. That Brad, that's no, yeah.
That's the kind of things I don't like. There's just these narratives that are just flat out wrong. I checked the numbers, but I'm 99.9% sure he took a pay cut. And as I said, I think Spencer Danielson, when he brought him back last year, said things need to get better. And so we'll see what happens. And I'm not defending them. Again, I'm not going to, I'm not saying they have all-American corners. I just don't know enough personally to be like, it's 100% his fault. He needs to go. What if Chenander's calling terrible schemes and hanging the corners out to dry?
Yes.
What if you want to talk about the 50-50 balls where it seems like they should be knocking those down and they don't and they're caught, I'll give you some of those.
And the miscommunication stuff, that's what the Air Force stuff was. Or if the cornerback thinks he has help and then the safety is, over there. And he's like, dude, you helped me on this play, right? No, you don't. Oh, I forgot. Like, you don't know who's making the mistakes, like I said, but it's the same guys. It feels like trying to chase these guys down, giving up another big play. And and it's an issue.
And it comes off as we're defending him. We're really not. I just saying I don't know enough to come out here and demand for some guys' jobs. So we'll see what happens in the next few weeks. But the secondary, Johnny, will be one area that's going to be a lot of people watching and focused on Saturday. And obviously, like we said, part of it's because of the numbers that App State has.
App State's thrown the ball well, but guys, read between the lines on App State's passing numbers and look who they've done it against.
Charlotte and Southern Miss and Lindenwood.
Yeah, and they had a hell of a game against Lindenwood.
Do you know where Lindenwood is?
Virginia?
No. The greatest city
Missouri.
in America. The greatest city
Missouri.
in America.
Okay.
They were a D2 or D3 school, and within the last couple of years have moved up to FCS.
Yeah, it's almost like those stats shouldn't even count for this, but I mean, the number three.
They almost lost that game. That was a 20-13 game.
Yeah.
They almost lost to Lindenwood.
Boise State should roll these guys, and that's why they're 17-point favorites, and I think they will. I think this is a 3-touchdown Boise State win. Because I don't think App State's pass offense is as good as it is on paper. Just like, honestly, we were saying this yesterday too. I don't think Boise State's defense is as bad as it is on paper. You know, you look at this defense on paper, you've done it too, just in the game notes where they rank every single statistical category and where Boise State is nationally and within the conference. And it's only 3 games in, not a lot of data yet, but it's not where they want to be. It's way down there, and I don't think the defense is bad in real life as it is on paper.
Hey, I mentioned Taco Bell, TacoBellWorks.com. Get their breakfast, some great options. The bacon breakfast quesadilla, the sausage breakfast quesadilla. They got the burritos and all kinds of food throughout the day. Hit up a Treasure Valley at Taco Bell location today, and we appreciate the SON Management Group, the Nicolason family, for their support of Bronco Nation News. They've done a lot for student-athlete scholarships for the men's and women's basketball teams as well. TacoBellWorks.com. Visit a Treasure Valley Taco Bell location today. Hey, ICCU.com, Idaho Central Credit Union. They got 7 NIL deals with student athletes at Boise State, including Latrell Maddox, Cage Casey there from the football team, Pearson Carmichael from the basketball team. Idaho Central Credit Union. There's a branch pretty much on every corner, but the easiest, that mobile e-branch online banking right there in your smartphone. Make the switch today. Idaho Central Credit Union, ICCU.com. Our title sponsor is RowPaint.com. Andy Rowe and Company, ROEPaint.com. Andy Rowe, best in the business. I know some folks were joking in the chat. They want to see him get a press pass to go to the post-game press conference. Maybe he'll be the one to finally hold somebody accountable. RowPaint.com, whether it's those concrete coatings, interior, exterior painting, commercial, industrial, residential, they do it all. All your painting needs. Hit up our title sponsor, Andy Rowe and RowPaint.com. Hey, Saturday, I think it's going to be the day, Johnny. I got a good feeling about Latrell Caples finally getting in the end zone here.
Yes.
And when Latrell scores, Jackson's pours. 49-cent any size fountain drink on the Monday after the game when Latrell Caples scores. So if Latrell can get in the end zone on Monday, you get a 49-cent fountain drink from Jackson's. And make sure while you're there, you pick up those trading cards, $12.99 a pack, 1 in 10 chance at an autograph, and you can get a 99-cent coffee anytime, day or night, from our friends at Jackson's. The Blue and Orange Store, we're going to talk about them here momentarily with what they're doing, but they're selling those 208 shirts now, Johnny, the front porch of Idaho, the logo that's going to be on the helmets. You want to get the shirt, they're going to have that available at the Blue and Orange Store. It's available right now at the Boise State Hall of Fame, their new location down there where you may bump into Jay Tust or somebody else that's not as famous, but the Blue and Orange Store online, blueandorangestore.com. Or you can go to that location there at the Boise Town Square Mall as well, the Blue and Orange Store, theblueandorangestore.com. And tomorrow, we did it, Johnny, Mike Prater. I got Mike Prater in we're going to be riding around in a Lithia Ford vehicle tomorrow for tomorrow's show at 9 a.m. If you have any ideas on what Prater and I should do, where we should go, if you have an office building or something, we have 45 minutes in the vehicle for the broadcast tomorrow.
A coffee shop you work at, you guys could swing by.
Maybe it's like a parade. You know, we kind of let people know our route, and we'll see if people are out there either booing Prater or cheering as we drive by. But we will be doing another live streaming broadcast from a Ford vehicle tomorrow as we're driving around town, having fun, getting set for the App State game. That's Lithia Ford of Boise. Never a better time to buy a newer pre-owned vehicle. You can do that online at lithiafordboise.com, and they have a lot of NIL action as well. You see Latrell Caples there, so we appreciate them, and they're taking care of coaches, players, administrators, That's Lithia Ford of Boise, online, lithiafordofboise.com. And, yeah, we're looking forward tomorrow to being out there. Johnny, you have put on the Mariners jersey here. Do you have a Cal Raleigh jersey?
I do not.
Feels like
those are a tough buy right now.
You're citing
in
China, man.
Seattle.
They could get that pretty easily.
Wow,
Come on.
60 home runs from a catcher. I bet the great sports writer, Hall of Famer Rob Raines, who's covered baseball his whole life, your dad, I bet he never thought he'd see a 60 home run hitting, switch hitting catcher. What a moment that was.
So they only give how they do it for the MVP and all the big awards, they give, I think, 2 votes to each market, right? So each, like the Cardinals would get 2, their writers get 2 votes for MVP, 2 for Cy Young, 2 to Seattle. They pick, so the Baseball Writers Association in that town kind of divvies it up, and typically the media that travel or the ones that have been there a while get, the MVP. Maybe a younger, newer guy gets the Coach of the Year, Rookie of the Year, somebody like that. And then, my dad's kind of semi-retired, so I think he's had a lot, some of the Coach of the Year, Manager of the Year stuff recently because he doesn't travel, which is fine. Let the newspaper beat writer that goes to every game do that. This year, though, he found out recently he is on the NL side, though, but he does have an NL MVP vote this year. So there's only 60, I think, NL MVP votes, and my dad's got one of them. And,
that's big, see?
And but if it was AL, I know 100% he'd be going for Cal Raleigh. We've talked about it. So
it's
a shame that he has NL and not AL because he'd be all over voting for Cal Raleigh.
Last night, that was like the natural. That was the third greatest moment that home run was in Mariner history last night. Number 1, 1995, Edgar's double. Number 2, win number 116 in the 2001 season. And last night, Cal Raleigh, with the entire sold-out crowd chanting MVP, MVP, hits the furthest home run hit in that park, and I don't even know how long, third deck, for number 60, that basically just iced the first division championship since 2001. There's just so many layers to that story. It's why you're sports fans. And I was listening to my man Brock Heward and Brock and Salk, the Seattle radio show, on the way in, and one of them had to stop and say, oh yeah, by the way, there's a Seahawk game today. And all I've ever asked of the Mariners, get me to mid-August. Just get me to mid-August where football season starts. And this has been so much fun. I don't even care about the Seahawk game as much tonight as a Mariner game. And when that team gets hot, it can really take over that town and hopefully this region. It's going to be a beautiful October, I hope, in Seattle.
Kyle's hating there in the chat, though. 60 home runs, but 200. He's hitting 240, and he has 200 strikeouts.
Brett Favre does not go to sleep every night bummed that he has the most interceptions in NFL history. He sleeps like a baby with the 500 teeters and the 3 MVPs. Reggie Jackson, do you know he has the most strikeouts in big league history? No, nobody cares. Reggie's Mr. October. I mean,
can he pass the babe? Can he get 2 more?
Yes. He's got 4 games.
How do you look at
all at home?
This is a discussion for another day, maybe, because I really do want to move on. But my wife said, I don't count Barry. My wife, we were talking about it last night. 61 is the number for her. I mean, do you count the Barry Bonds?
She doesn't count McGuire.
I didn't really know her much back then. But just with all the steroid era and all that, I mean, it feels like this new era. And what's the highest Judge has gotten to?
Judge was 62 last year, guys.
Did Judge get to 62? Okay.
Judge broke the American League record.
I saw this is only the 3rd time ever, by the way. 4 players have at least 50 this year.
And I can't is that true?
Yeah.
What I can't
Schwarber,
believe,
Judge, Ohtani, and Raleigh.
What I can't believe is that the Seattle Mariners have a 60 home run hitter. Like, they're a part of that. Like, wow.
How long is he going to be a catcher?
I don't know, man. I mean,
what's his contract situation? Is he got the big deal,
right?
He
just got the big deal a couple of years ago, and man, that guy owns that town right now. That's a big dumper.
I could have made a bet.
The big dumper.
I was going to make a secondary joke, but I'll let it go there with the trash can going by.
But it's a good I mean, there's not a lot of good days to be a Mariner fan. My fellows in there know, and this has been a remarkable last couple months, and I got a feeling, and this is going to be a lot of fun in October.
What do you think of David Motes going to Virginia Tech?
Man, David Motes is going to get to sit on a bench at Cameron Indoor Stadium, at the Dean Dome, the Mecca, the Carrier Dome. I mean, that conference, David Motes will join as a member of the Virginia Tech basketball program, which has been decent, up and down, here and there. Seth Greenberg had a decent run there. Buzz Williams won some games there. I mean, you can get to the tournament at Virginia Tech, and for David Motes to go to a completely different side of the country in a different league, a lot of new learning curves, but that guy works his tail off, and I think Virginia Tech just got a good one there. Everybody around there in Blacksburg will love Motes.
Now, we all did. This has not been officially announced. I reported it in the VIP message boards yesterday first. So if you're a paid subscriber, you got this news first in the VIP boards. Eventually put it out there on Twitter. But David Motes, through sources, heading to Virginia Tech. And Johnny, I keep getting this question, what happened with his departure? And I'm just going to say we don't know. I think it was August 6th, August 7th. It was early August. He resigned essentially from Boise State, stepped away. There was a short one-sentence statement from Leon Rice. It just felt odd. It didn't feel right for a guy that's meant as much to this program. I mean, you're not going to find a better person than David Motes. You're not going to find a harder worker than David Motes, whether it was the scouting, whether it was the rebounding. I mean, John, he started as a director of ops. I mean, he was, setting Leon's schedule and doing the dirty work and scheduling hotels and booking the flights and the meals. And when the game ended, David Motes is hurrying to make sure the Chick-fil-A order arrived for the team. I mean, he's done it all to rise up to be an assistant coach, a full-time assistant coach, focus on the rebounding, which has been they've been one of the best defensive rebounding teams in America the last several years. And David Motes is the rebounding coach and was a leader in that. And it just was really weird when he left, and people keep asking me what happened. I don't know. I'm not hiding anything. I'm being completely honest. It does feel a little weird. And I've told people in the athletic department that something just doesn't seem right. I don't know why David Motes would and even David Motes, I have a good relationship with him. I've talked to him. He hasn't wanted to say a whole lot, but it's obvious that he didn't just decide, because the company line a month ago was, he's got a young kid. He just wants to step away. Then a month later, he goes to Virginia Tech to be the number 3 assistant coach there. I don't know what's going on. I'm not trying to start some controversy, but maybe that's what it was. He needed a break, needed to step away. It just felt like a weird time. I don't know what more is to it, but obviously if Virginia Tech hired him, they didn't see any issue with anything going on. So I don't know what's going on behind the scenes. But
yeah, what was weird for me was the statement Leon made in the email, because it feels like over the last 8 years, if you would have asked Leon a question about David Motes, as Leon called him, you'd get a 2-minute answer about how valuable he was to everything that they did down there, David Motes. Leon would love if you ever asked him a question about Motes, softball. He would knock that out of the park with an answer. And then when he's let go, it's just thanks
to his help for the program. Wishing the best of luck in the future.
It was the company. It was truly just the company.
And he probably
line.
didn't write it. I'm sure somebody in the athletic department wrote it. But I thought he deserved more than that.
Agreed. So I thought he deserved more too.
He did a lot for this program, and people are asking, do we know why he left? We literally just said that for the last 5 minutes. We don't know why he left. Thanks Bob, for watching. We don't. And like I said, if I knew, I would report it. I'm not hiding something for the department. Frankly, I'm being honest that I think it's a little weird why he left, but we don't know, and no one's talking. And so if no one's talking, then there's no way to know. But regardless, David Motes has, I don't even want to say rebound. He's upgraded. My understanding is he's going to be the number 3 assistant. He's going to get a pay raise. He's an ACC assistant coach. And you know what, Johnny? David's had other opportunities, but he was very loyal to Leon, very loyal to Boise State. And I didn't know
and
that. I think he probably could have left, but I also think he may have been here a long time, because it would have just been so hard to leave with how close he is with some of these guys. Whatever led him to finally leave. Things happen in mysterious ways. I don't know what happened, but the result is David Motes landing what I would assume is a better paying job, the number 3 assistant in the ACC.
You get to do more coaching, more hands-on coaching.
Yes, and elevate his career and start over, not start over, but just a different set of coaching staff, different coaching tree. And as you said, he's going to be at the Cameron Indoor Stadium at some point this year coaching. And my understanding is they're supposed to have a pretty good team. So
it gives us a reason to root for Virginia Tech. And when we see a Virginia Tech versus, Wake Forest game on a Tuesday night on ESPNU, we'll switch over there and look at old Red sitting there on the bench.
Yeah.
Good times. I wish everybody the best in that situation. Love Boise State hoops. Love David Motes. Rooting for both of them.
Yeah, congrats again, David Motes. That should be announced in the near future. But my understanding is he's up there in Blacksburg already, and whether he's officially working or what, but that'll be soon announced. Assistant coach David Motes headed to Virginia Tech. A lot of fans are saying, well, who's Boise State going to hire? Well, they added Mark Few's son AJ Few, and then also Max Teams was promoted as well. I believe Max Teams was actually given the assistant coaching spot, but my understanding is that was just, and maybe I'm wrong on this, but I haven't officially confirmed this with Leon, but I believe the money for Moes just went to Teams and AJ Few.
Yeah, two. So no, they're well staffed. They're ready to go, and
they're practicing, and they're on the court, and they've got a exhibition against Idaho in less than a month. I want to keep talking about something cool they're doing in just a second, but Snake River Pool and Spa, Patio and Game, thespateam.com. Check them out. If you're looking for a sauna, hot tub, they got you covered. Snake River Pool and Spa, Patio and Game. Hey, Ridley's Family Markets, shop ridleys.com. 13 locations around the state of Idaho, the surrounding states. Download that Skip app. Savings up to 40% off at the checkout line. That's Ridley's Family Markets. Hey, transportation compliance service, transcomservice.com. They can help you get into the trucking industry every step of the way, the permits and things you need. Check them out online, transcomservice.com. Local company helping out folks all over the world. And hey, Matt Bauscher Real Estate, #1 ranked realtor in the Treasure Valley, and maybe not a bigger basketball supporter out there than Matt Bauscher and Bauscher Real Estate. #1 ranked realtor in the Treasure Valley for a reason. We bought and sold our home with Matt and his team. Loved it. And you will as well. BauscherRealEstate.com. And if you have something to say, leave us a voicemail. Speakpipe.com/BNN. You can leave us a voicemail. Brought to you by Signature Roofing. Online, mysignatureroofing.com. Whether it's a re-roof, repair, an estimate, or an inspection, they got you covered online at mysignatureroofing.com. All right, Johnny. A lot of talk lately about the Utah basketball incident. RJ Keene went on Bronco Studios yesterday. I don't know if you saw that interview. We're supposed to have either Pearson Carmichael or Andrew Meadow hopefully tomorrow to talk about it as well. And I think they want to kind of put them in front of the media, own it, and then kind of move on. But they're doing a pretty cool have you seen the clothing drive and what they're doing here? I have the video to play. Have you seen this?
Yes, play it. First and foremost, I'm sorry those dudes had to go through all that. That must have sucked. But yeah, they are doing more than enough to make up for it, even though I don't think they have to. But this is a really cool thing. If you thought any ill will or negativity towards these guys for making that decision, what they've done to rectify a problem that I don't even think was a massive deal anyway, should more than outweigh the negative thoughts you had about them wearing Utah Utes gear. Like, this is a pretty cool deal, and another reason why the basketball program's got a lot of characters with character, right? And this is a cool story too.
All right, so this video was posted by RJ Keene and the basketball program to social media yesterday.
Look, we want to apologize for what happened this weekend. Bronco Nation, you know we bleed blue. You know how much we love this university. Let's turn this to a positive situation. Let's start a clothing drive this weekend at the Boise State football game. Bring in any opposing gear to be entered to win a brand new custom Nike jersey from our friends at the Blue and Orange store. There will be donation bins in the Hall of Fame Plaza Center. Whatever you bring, I'll even wash it for you. Bronco Nation, I love you. I bleed blue. I'm a Bronco for life. Thank you.
Well, first of all, RJ Keene wasn't even the one that posted it to social media.
That was sweet, man. I have so many jerseys I'm gonna bring for that. All those old jerseys I have, like that I don't wear anymore. I'm gonna totally donate to that.
Yeah, the kids have some old jerseys. Yeah, so any jersey, I think it could just be a T-shirt, sweatshirt, any sports apparel that's not Boise State. Bring it down to the Hall of Fame.
Done.
And you can put it, and the whole team's gonna
Geno Smith jersey. Done. Yes, I got a lot.
The whole team's going to be out there too on the plaza, meeting with fans and hanging out, and they, like I said, pretty cool deal. And the fact that it's got to be opposing teams' gear, and then if you do donate something into the bin, you get a ticket or your name gets entered somehow, Johnny, and they're going to give away a custom Nike Boise State jersey, courtesy, not surprisingly, of our boy Travis Hawks in the Blue and Orange store.
Great stuff for Travis Hawks as well, and somebody's going to get a jersey out of that.
Now is
good deal.
I know you got a roll here, but do you think? I mean, Dave Portnoy, they threw my tweet up on their show. They talked about it. Do you think they're gonna give this part some love too? The clothing drive here. I mean, is this national? Just as cool national news?
Probably not, but I don't think Portnoy and those guys care. They do what they want when they want, and it's worked for them. So hopefully this gets some buzz. And, Yeah, you always get your tweets shared on those shows. Good for you. I never do, and that's good. I probably don't even want that attention, but
well, everyone
you always
I mean,
get that
for
stuff,
the
man.
ones out there that said I was doing this for for clicks or whatever. I mean, I didn't get any kind of money back from that.
Is that person getting pulled over?
They're going.
No, that's a paramedic.
Yeah, they're going around that person. But
all right, I got to roll.
Any final words here? Johnny kind of lets you know when he has to go. He just kind of starts heading off.
Ridley's Family Market in Cuna.
You're there again today.
Prater on the ball game will be there on Friday.
Tomorrow,
We're having a party in the parking lot. So all you Cuna folks,
can I come down and do my my location? I might think about that. I might.
So
do that.
we'll see you then, and go Mariners, man. Forks up.
There he is, Johnny Ballgame. Appreciate you, Johnny. Go eat your breakfast, your Taco Bell. Always appreciate Johnny coming on. I can keep this thing going for a couple of minutes here. I'm not in a super huge hurry to get out of here. You can see the Taco Bell logo right there. We are at the Taco Bell location on Broadway, right near Albertsons Stadium, and they're talking about Noah said he upset App State's fans on Twitter. I'm not sure what happened with that. The great Johnny Ballgame heading out. Always appreciate him for. Here he comes. Let's get a. How is it, Johnny?
Best breakfast quesadilla I've ever had in my life.
Give us another big bite here. Come on. Johnny Ballgame. There it is. You heard it from him. The best breakfast quesadilla he has ever had in his life. Johnny Ballgame, right there as he heads off. They've got the morning meeting, and then we'll have Spencer Danielson talking about in about an hour here at Boise State. But let's see. Talking about Portnoy, Barstool. What else we got in here? Some other stuff. I agree. Johnny is something else. I do love that guy. We're taking recommendations. I got Mike Prater for 45 minutes. I've got a vehicle from Lithia Ford of Boise, maybe a 2025 Expedition, one of the Platinum F-150s, maybe a Raptor. We got maybe a Mach-E Mustang. 45 minutes show tomorrow. Prater and I are going to be driving around. Let us know where you want us to go. Where should we go? Is there a place we should stop off at, a drive-through we should go to? Do I take Prater to the Taco Bell drive-through? Any ideas? Let's have a little fun with this. And someone said I'm the new I Show Speed. I wouldn't go that far, but we are out. We're going to be out and about. So if you have a spot you think we should go, show up, let us know, and we'll show up and have a little fun driving around in the vehicle. I mean, we need some folks. Can I pay somebody to stand on the sign with some sort of Prater sign, and you tell me where you're going to be at, and we'll drive by, and there'll be someone holding up a sign for Prater? I mean, can we give somebody a Taco Bell gift card and get some folks out there saying, Prater for president or something? I don't know. But let's have some fun with that tomorrow. We'll be live in a Lithia Ford Boise vehicle, courtesy of Jim Sturk, Jamie Drake, the whole crew over there. I mean, my truck I bought from Lithia Ford, but we're going to show off some newer vehicles, I believe, in the future here. We'll do that tomorrow at 9 a.m. Any update on Maddox Madsen's injury? No. I mean, he's been out. I mean, you can watch the videos and things. We'll see tonight when the injury report comes out if he's listed. It wouldn't shock me if they put questionable, because all it is questionable or out. A lot of these conferences have probable or doubtful, and they don't have that in the Mountain West. So if there was a probable, I think Maddox Madsen would be probable. I mean, Spencer Danielson said they expect him to play, but that he is banged up a little bit. I mean, that's certainly something that would be, would put you at probable, but they don't do a probable. So maybe they put him at questionable, which makes it a little scary for folks, but I would expect him to play. And if it is, everyone wanted to say, so why wasn't Sire Gaines on the injury report? Well, he wasn't questionable. They thought he was going to play. And so since there's no probable, that puts him in a little bit of a weird spot there. But I would fully expect Maddox to play on Saturday. And ideally you get a big enough lead and you can get Max Cutforth in there. And then you can give him a little bit of rest before the Notre Dame game coming up next week. Let's see what else we got in here. Great viewership. Appreciate all you guys for checking us out here. Take him to Row Paint. That would be a good one. I could see us doing that. Up to Table Rock. You know what? That would be awesome. I assume we have a cell phone signal up there. I assume we have a signal to broadcast. But yeah, that would be kind of a fun show up to top of Table Rock at some point. Here comes a fire truck, it looks like, driving by. And man, that's loud. Wow, that was loud. I don't know if they just ran a red light or what, but they were as loud as that horn could not have been much louder. Wow. Okay. Well, hopefully everybody is okay. Hopefully everything's okay, because we've seen a paramedic truck go by and now a fire truck go by. So hopefully everybody is okay. Well, we now know that Devo Bronk and Mr. Carson must be the same person, maybe, because you have the exact same tweet here, unless you're just copying each other. I don't know. No, you haven't really missed any news, if that's one of you or two of you. We talked about Cal Raleigh getting 60 home runs. We talked about the basketball team having the clothing drive. You can bring some clothing down to the Hall of Fame non-Boise State gear. We talked about David Moes going to Virginia Tech. That should be announced. And then we spent a good chunk of the first part of the show on the secondary and DeMario Warren and his job status and this secondary and the struggles they've had and who's to blame for it and what happens on Saturday against a Appalachian State team that comes in number 3 in the nation in passing, number 11 in the nation in total offense, and could provide some problems for this secondary. So they haven't played anybody. Charlotte, Lindenwood, Southern Miss. I get it. I understand it. But certainly the numbers are what they are. And the big concerning thing is they in 2 of the 3 games, they've thrown the ball 50-plus times. So they're not afraid to sling it and let it fly. And that could be a problem for this Boise State secondary. But you've got a sellout crowd. You've got, sellout crowd. Is this parents' weekend? Family weekend, maybe? I'm not sure. But the App State game being sold out this early, as early as it was, I think there's something going on with that. I need to figure that out. Why are we at Taco Bell? Why not? They're one of our great sponsors. We love Taco Bell. We're trying to give our sponsors some love here. Tomorrow we'll be at Lithia, Florida, Boise. We're going to get back out to a Jackson's as well. Just wanted to support Taco Bell and remind you guys about their great breakfast. If you missed Johnny drive by shoving a breakfast quesadilla in his mouth earlier in the show, we can go back and find that. But we appreciate the SON Management Group and Taco Bell. So they do a tremendous job for us. And the Nicolason family, they've been big supporters of Bronco Nation News since the beginning. And so we appreciate Stan and Steven Nicolason. And yeah, Taco Bell is a great spot to get out and get to. And they've done a great job with locations like this one, remodeling them and upgrading the inside, the outside. They've done a tremendous job and put a lot of money into this to get some new locations. And another slogan is the future of fast food, and it shows when you walk inside one of these. So we're right here by Albertsons Stadium. If you look right back there, I mean, it's kind of hard to see because the camera's kind of small, but you can literally see the scoreboard and the Boise State logo right there from where we're standing. So yeah, get out and get some Taco Bell and support the sponsors. And yes, the sponsors do make the show go. Folks happy they're wearing all blue uniforms. Yeah. Blue uniforms on the blue. That's a big deal. I've said it. I've said every time. I think you can have fun and get cute on the road, but I would wear 100% all blue at home. I think it makes, I know there's marketing involved, everything else. College kids love different jerseys, but you've got an iconic blue field. You can do something that literally nobody else can do. All blue uniforms on a blue field. I would do it every single game. And I think that new helmets are kind of cool this week. But I do like the fact that they're wearing the blue pants and the blue jerseys with that. You saw the video of Ben Ford going over to the state capitol for some of that, so I thought that was pretty cool. Yeah, I think that all blue on the blue, sellout crowd, 5:30 kickoff. Only problem is, guys, same exact time, and at least I'll be in the press box and can try to keep my eye on some of these. You guys in the stands are kind of, I feel bad for you. You got Oregon and Penn State also at 5:30. You got Georgia, Alabama, also at 5:30. I mean, kind of a bad beat on some of the game times. At least my Jayhawk game is at 10 a.m., so I can watch that before I come down. But some of the biggest games are all right there. That is here's the soccer team out for a jog or a walk, it looks like. They must have been on a team run or something. The entire Boise State soccer team is just getting ready to cross the street here. They're just waiting to cross. There they are. We'll have to, maybe they're coming over to say hello. I don't know. There's the coaching staff, the players. Maybe they're getting breakfast, a team breakfast at Taco Bell. I don't know. But appreciate you guys for checking us out. We will talk to you in the near future. and it's been a fun show. Bronco Nation News, Bronco Nation News Live. Thanks for checking us out. Going to go talk to Spencer Danielson, some of the players. Appreciate you guys. Have a great day. And go subscribe, BroncoNationNews.com. Got a lot of great stories, a lot of great stuff coming, and we will talk to you guys soon. Thanks a lot. Bronco Nation News, BroncoNationNews.com. And go subscribe. Tell your friends. Love you guys. Great show. Thanks to Taco Bell. And Spencer Danielson's coming up. James Montgomery's coming up. We'll have all kinds of coverage. So go check us out. Bronco Nation News, BroncoNationNews.com. Take care, everybody.